All right. This is just a quick review of what you went over in your last section. You might need to pause this video at a few points to go back and fix some answers, and that's totally fine. The first step that you had done was mission 1. Your mission 1, to reminder of what it was to form igneous rock below Earth's surface. So if you're in the sim and we need to melt rock first or form igneous rock, I'm going to click that little blinking area to form melting. And it said below Earth's surface is where you're forming that igneous rock. So I'm going to click under where it says cool magma below the surface and then click on the blinking green part. And then it says use uplift or subduction to transform the rock into sedimentary rock. So what that means is you're going to need to move those plates click Analyze Rocks. You'll notice that little bit of rock went away, but as uplift was occurring, all this green igneous rock ended up at the Earth's surface. So with it just like that, you want to transform it into sedimentary rock. So if that igneous rock is right here, that gray dark rock in this version, if you weather and erode it over time, what's going to happen? Same thing that's going to happen to any rock if you weather and erode it over time. It's going to turn into sediments with that rain, wind, erosion. It's forming sediments. So to go through that step, after it was uplifted towards the surface and after it ended up being weathered and eroded over time, if you analyze the rocks, you'll notice that you do have some new sedimentary rock there. You could have done this in more than one way. You could have played around with this side when I clicked over on the left-hand side. You could have clicked over on the right-hand side when it was the magma blinking for melting and cooling, just FYI. So your first answer for your first question should have looked something like this. For mission 1, and we're over on the left-hand side of this chart here, uplift will lead to the transformation of igneous rock into sedimentary rock by moving it upward and exposing it to energy from the sun. So that is your answer for number 1. If you want to pause and go back and change it, that's totally understandable. For mission 2, you had to form sedimentary rock. I'm just going to reset this. You don't necessarily need to. But to form sedimentary rock, you need to have weathering and erosion, cause sediment over time. This is the way I'm going to create it, just like I did before. And then eventually you'll see up here that is compacted and cemented over time. We know that is how sedimentary rock is formed. The other part of mission 2 was use uplift or subduction to transform the rock into metamorphic rock. So before I get to that part, if you analyze these rocks, you notice that the pink sedimentary rock is right there. That's the new rock that we formed. If I click move plates, both subduction and uplift are happening. And you'll notice this gray rock, that sedimentary rock, is actually moving down towards the interior of the Earth. When you click Analyze Rocks, just as you did before, you have that new purple metamorphic rock. So your answer for the second part, referring to mission 2, is over here on the right-hand side, if you didn't see that already. This is the answer for the second question, was subduction leads to the transformation of sedimentary rock into metamorphic rock by moving it downward, exposing it to energy from the Earth's interior. One way I like to remember the difference between uplift and subduction is the word uplift has up in it. So that helps me remember that it's moving rock upward. The reason that happens is because of another plate, like this one, moving underneath the other. And if one is subducting, that is uplifting the other. The way I remember subduction means downwards is subduction has the word sub in it. And I think of things like submarine or subtract. All of those means down or underneath in some fashion. So subduction means it moves downward into the Earth's interior. If you need to pause and go back and change some things, totally understandable. If not, go ahead and move on to your exit ticket and you'll be done for the day after that.